What is going down, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zary from the XMG coming at you tonight to bring you a later video than normal, so apologize about that, to talk about the Flurry event and what am I going to do. Before we get into that, if you are not part of the XMG family, you should be. Click that subscribe button, turn on notifications, like the video, share them, blah, 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 blah. To all of the XMG family out there, thank you so much for your love and your support. It does mean a lot to me. Do not forget about the giveaway. We are going for 1,000 subs, and at 1,000 subs you can win a $50 gift card of your choice for your operating system of iOS or Android. It'll be done in a live stream, and we will have some presents and some things going on during that video. So let's jump into Flurry and talk about this character. So here's Flurry, and she is pretty cool. She has, some really good artwork, and she is an elf. And elves are terrible, with the exception of Wonderlua, maybe, Falia, maybe, but definitely Nightingale is the crowning jewel of the elf faction. So she's coming in, and it requires goblins. Now, I have no problem with that. That isn't the point of this video. We all knew it was going to be goblins to unlock her. I had zero problem with that. I have zero problem with the event. I have zero problem with Flurry and how it's done. It's just an internal struggle for me of what am I going to do. So let's take a look at Flurry and see what we got here. She does bring a leadership to the game, at level 6. Increases critical chance of allied elves by 30%, recovers 10% of their turn meter upon a landing critical hit, and has a 50% chance to restore 1 turn to a random ability. Way better than Nightingale's. The critical chance plays into all of the elves' kits, so that's huge. So definitely the best leadership for the elves. Passive ability, debuffing an enemy increases your turn meter by 20%, an additional 4% for each debuff Flurry applied this turn. So definitely want a debuff heavy team. Bring some theory crafting there. Her Blade Flurry, if I could speak, deals 270 physical damage to all enemies. If all enemies receive a damage, inflicts ability block on them for 1 turn. So AoE, if somebody dodges or you had blind on, or I don't know, something, and someone didn't get hit, you don't add the ability block. So pretty good move there. Her Shadow Strike at level 6 here deals 440 of physical damage to an enemy, inflicts healing block, and applies buff immunity for 2 turns. Buff immunity in itself is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The basic ability Dirty Trick deals 250 physical damage to an enemy, dazes the enemy for 2 turns. Daze is awesome. No counters, that shuts down goblins. It stops the turn meter on your demons. So definitely a plus. Now we haven't tested her out at all. We have no idea what she is going to be like. We don't know really anything. We don't know how the elves are going to play on her. We don't know how hard the event's going to be. So that's up in the air. What I'm struggling with is I want Flurry. Who doesn't? I like collecting all the characters in the game. I think it's fantastic. I mean, at maxed out, Flurry has a speed of 166. That's incredible. Her shield is over 30,000 to start. She has over 51k max health and shield combination. I mean, this is all subject to change, but as of right now, she has a critical chance of 41.25%. That is insanity. Her potency, though, is at 12. So definitely got to run potency. But with the speed of 166, you could go potency and speed. You could go damage and potency. You could go 2 potencies and health. Really, the only thing that's really lacking here is her potency. But you need goblins to unlock her. So we're on my account here. I just want to show you. Boss Zary. And let's take a look at my demons, or my goblins. So here's my goblins. I have everyone but Dr. Frank I don't have unlocked yet, and Pigwald and Goram I don't have to 7-star. So getting Pigwalled to 7 stars I don't think would be... I mean, by the time it comes, might be a stretch. And Goram off of 1 node is probably going to be a stretch. So I'd be looking at gearing up old lore. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's jump over to demons for a minute. We have this guy. He is the last legendary character to come into the game. The last 330 unlock we have. And he is just absolutely insane. He could break the game, I swear. His leadership ability. His leadership ability is increases speed of all allied demons by 30. And their tenacity by 30%. A 33% chance to decrease the target's turn meter by 33% when attacking. A lot of 3s in there, but that is insane. That's just insane. And basic ability deals 250 physical damage, 30% chance to decrease the target's turn meter by 30%. Decrease turn meter. He's a turn meter manipulation. I mean, look at his level 1 ability. So let's go to level 6. Applies 8 buffs at random allies and inflicts 8 debuffs on random enemies. And then it lists the possible one. Unbelievable character. I really want to try him with a Zera lead just to see all the debuffs on the field and then put a Feline in there. Tactical advantage. Buff swaps his turn meter with the target ally, removes 2 debuffs from both himself and the ally. Both gain a potency increase for 2 turns and recover 25% of their health. And then Dancing with Death. Increases dodge by 8% for each living demon in the party. Oh my goodness. So he is going to be game breaking. So what do I do? The only faction we haven't used yet is the Pride. And my Pride suck. They're terrible. Absolutely terrible. I have 5 people I could use. Hera, Lead, Salvador, Kagi, Reval, and Vorian. But I really like to get Renara to 7 stars for this. And to get Renara to 7 stars, we need pandas. And I don't even have Ember at 7 star yet. You know, I have Patriarch Chi at level 80, Kinley at level 80, 60, 60, and 80. You know, I don't even have abilities maxed out. Abilities not maxed out. So I would need pandas to get Renara, but I need Ember at 7 star. And to get Ember at 7 star, it brings me back to elves. So I have Wonder Lua, who's way better than Sinjil. 7 star. Level 1. So the question I'm debating, and the question I want you all to help me with is, do I go balls to the wall on Feline? Do I finish gearing out my goblins, go absolutely nuts, and finish them to get Feline, who I'm probably not going to be able to use anyways? Or do I start the train and start gearing Pride for Buff? Because I do believe Buff is the better character. By far and away the better character. I mean, some of Buff's stats here, just so. Buff, speed 151. Armor and health combination is right around 51k. His critical chance is at 30.6. Potency is at 1, though. That sucks. So I would run on all potency sent with speed secondaries, possibly. I mean, but he's a turn meter manipulation king, so definitely play with his runes a little bit there. But just what he would do to a demon team would be insanity. And I think to get the most out of Feline, you probably need Count Delman on that team. And I'm nowhere close to getting him. So I'd have to gear out my elves, because I have a gear 11 Nightingale, gear 9 Sharp, gear 8. Now, I've been told I said this wrong, and I transpose letters, so I'm going to practice that, and I'll be right back. So I think it's Illyria, and I checked with the wife on that, so if I said it wrong again, let me know. Illyria. She's level 8, completely not maxed out. And then we have Kelrin. So I don't think I'd have to go much more into the elves to get Ember at 7 stars, but you know they're going to bring back Ember before they launched buff, because you're going to need buff to get Renara, and you know she's going to, or you're going to need pandas to get Renara, and you know she's coming back if you need Pride. So I start here. I drop working on, well, at least gearing my goblins. I can always come back to them. Get these guys and ladies up to, you know, gear level 10, possibly, for Ember. Then I switch my focus back to pandas and make sure I can get Renara 7 star. You know, start tourney shopping Rin, the Unseen. See if I can get her to 7 star. So then I could focus, get Renara. Then I go to Pride. And then I start gearing the Pride, and I get these Pride up and running. Yogi, because I would like a Hera lead. Salvador, Renara, Reval, and Yogi. That would be the team that I have the most shot at of getting right now. I have a good tank. I have a pre-taunt. I have the heals with the revive. I have Reval for damage, and then I have Yogi for turn meter manipulation and blind. So that would be a nice little team. And what I would do with goblins is, let's take a look at the event. 5-star unlock. So I still think I could unlock her. Level 60, 6, 7, and 16. Alright, so let's go back to my goblins. 60, 6, 7, and 16. So we need level 60 minimum. Abilities at 6. Runes at 16, which that's nothing. And then 6-star abilities, or level 6 abilities. So we got shot. Shot is essentially done. Murdoch, I started on his leadership ability. Not done. Adam, not done. Pigwald, I'm going to skip. Goram, I could use, but he needs levels and abilities. And some gear. Amara, she is 7 stars, so I just need gear, abilities, and levels. And Frank, I'm not going to worry about, because I'm not going to have him ready. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, do I gear the goblins, because this is the way I think I'm going to go. Gear the goblins, just so I can get Thaleen unlocked. Get them up to level 60, get their abilities maxed, gear them up to gear level 7. 8 isn't hard at all. Then get the unlock on Thaleen. Then I start the train, which we talked about, because I really, really do not want to miss buff. I do not want to miss that character unlock at all. And I'm afraid if I put too much into my goblins to try to get the 7-star Thaleen, I'm putting myself behind on my Pride. Because we all know she drops. They're going to run the couple events, and I got to get Renara up to 7 to probably have a shot to unlock buff. So that's what I'm thinking, everybody. So you got to let me know. I want to do a live unlock of Thaleen. Maybe we can go 6-star. But I'm going to try to do the bare minimum on them, I think. Bare minimum on them for Thaleen's shadow. Try to get my pandas up for Renara. Get Ember to 7 stars through some elves. Wonder Lure will help me do that, no problem. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking. What do y'all think about that out there? Let me know in the comments below. I am working on the next video in the Battleground breakdown. I got a really, really good feedback on that. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is the taunting mechanism and defenders. So that'll be coming out soon. Again, thank you to everybody out there for the support, the love. We are shooting for that goal of 100k subs. We are gaining subs every single day. So again, if you are not part of that family, become part of the family and click that subscribe button. And for everybody out there, make sure you're sharing, liking, and all that happy horse crap that goes along with it. So again, let me know what you think of how I'm going to do it, because I really think that's the most beneficial way for my account. And maybe that gives people out there something to think about too. So, and I always forget to mention, and I was told I should do this, do have a Patreon page, and the link's in the description below if you want to do something there. That would be cool. If not, just as cool. So, there it is. I will see you on the next one. I love you, and I'm out.